How much money did Pope Francis make? And what is the salary of the cardinals and employees of the Vatican? On the morning of April 21st, 2025, the world woke up to the shocking news of the death of Pope Francis. From that moment on, little-known aspects of his personal life and intimate details began to be revealed, including how much he earned as pontiff. Ever since he was elected in 2013, Jorge Mario Bergoglio adopted a lifestyle marked by simplicity. True to that austerity, he gave up the usual luxuries of the position. He preferred to live in the Casa Santa Marta instead of the Apostolic Palace, avoided the traditional red shoes, and didn't wear the gold papal ring. As soon as his papacy began, he made a decision regarding his salary that left many of his followers surprised. During a 2019 interview with Spanish journalist Jordi Evole, Pope Francis revealed that he had decided not to receive a salary for his role as head of the Catholic Church. He explained that his personal expenses were covered by the resources managed by the Holy See. His will clearly reflected the austerity that characterized his life. According to sources within the church, he left no assets or bank accounts in his name. In fact, the website Celebrity Net Worth estimated that, at the time of his death, his personal wealth was a mere $100. Want to know how much Vatican workers make? Salaries, benefits, and adjustments in tough times. The Vatican funds its economy through multiple sources, including donations from dioceses and Catholic faithful, known as Peter's Pence, religious tourism, private contributions, the sale of commemorative coins and stamps, as well as the return on its financial investments. With these resources, the Holy See manages a budget designed to cover both operating costs and the salaries of the staff who work there, including cardinals, bishops, and lay employees. Unlike Pope Francis's financial situation, other members of the Vatican do receive defined salaries. The cardinals, who are part of the Roman Curia, the highest-ranking administrative structure after the Pope, receive monthly salaries that range between 4,000 and 5,000 euros. Besides the salary, they have benefits like subsidized housing, medical coverage, and access to internal stores with discounted prices. In 2021, faced with the economic crisis caused by the pandemic, Pope Francis implemented austerity measures that included salary reductions. The cardinals had their salaries reduced by 10%, while other clergy and religious personnel experienced cuts from 3 to 8%. This decision aimed to preserve lower-income jobs and maintain the financial balance of the Holy See. And now, here are 5 shocking curiosities about the salaries and wealth of the popes throughout history. Our first interesting fact is about the wealth of Pope Julius II. During the Renaissance, Pope Julius II, who ruled between 1503 and 1513, was one of the most powerful and wealthiest popes in history. He is known for having sponsored the great artistic works of the time, like Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel. Second, Pope Leo X, 1513 to 1521, known for his lavish spending and opulent lifestyle, was a central figure in the start of the Protestant Reformation. To fund his luxuries, Leo X approved the sale of indulgences, a practice that allowed the faithful to pay to reduce the time their souls would spend in purgatory. This decision not only generated large revenues for the Church, but also caused scandal and criticism that contributed to the spread of Martin Luther's reformist ideas. In third place is Pope Pius IX. He was pope from 1846 to 1878, and he holds the title of the longest papacy in history, serving for 31 years. During his time, the Holy See faced big financial problems because it lost the Papal States. Even so, Pius IX lived a life of great luxury. His papal budget wasn't just made up of money from the Papal States. He also got large donations from around the world and money from powerful Catholic nobles. In fourth place is Benedict XVI. He was pope from 2005 to 2013. He was known for his conservative views, but also for choosing to live simply. Unlike the popes before him, he didn't want to live in the Vatican. He chose a simpler home. His salary wasn't as high as earlier popes, and while he was pope, The Holy See had to cut its spending a lot because of the global financial problems. In fifth place is the Vatican's transition to financial transparency. It has certainly been a complex process. Since Pope Francis's papacy, the Holy See has taken steps to make its finances more transparent, something that, well, wasn't common before he arrived. In fact, before his papacy, the Vatican was famous for its financial secrecy. In the 1980s, Pope John Paul II implemented some reforms, but it was during Pope Francis's papacy that efforts to audit and reform the Vatican's money management intensified. And although Francis is known for his simple living, he still leads one of the richest institutions in the world. Here's a list of the 5 richest popes in history based on their personal wealth, the economic power of the church under their papacy, and the properties they owned. Let's start with Pope Julius II, who ruled between 1503 and 1513. Julius II was one of the most powerful and wealthy popes in history, especially during the Renaissance. His wealth came mainly from the church's vast lands and properties, as well as his art patronage contracts. He was responsible for great works of art like the Sistine Chapel, which positioned him as a key patron of the arts. In addition, his economy also benefited from the sale of indulgences. Fun fact, he was a great patron of architecture and art, which contributed to the magnificence of the Vatican. Now second, we have Pope Leo X, who led the church between 1513 and 1521. Leo X, a member of the Medici family, led an extremely opulent lifestyle during his papacy. He used church finances to fund his personal tastes, such as the construction of luxurious palaces and the acquisition of land. This Medici pope was associated with art and culture, but also with the sale of indulgences to finance his personal wealth. An interesting fact is that his papacy is marked by the crisis that originated the Protestant Reformation, which was a reaction to the financial and spiritual corruption of the church at that time. Continuing with the list, third we have Pope Pius IX, who governed between 1846 and 1878. During Pius IX's papacy, the Catholic Church enjoyed enormous wealth. Even though most of the papal states were lost in 1870, even so, the Holy See continued to obtain significant income through donations and properties. Pius IX was also the longest-serving pope in history, and during his papacy, the church's wealth continued to grow. Interestingly, he was the last pope to rule the papal states, which included vast territories in Italy. Next, we have Pope Benedict XV, who led the church between 1914 and 1922. Benedict XV lived during times of great political and economic change. During his papacy, the Holy See maintained properties in various parts of the world. And although his papacy was relatively short and marked by World War I, he still managed a large fortune derived from international donations and church properties. As a curious fact, he was an advocate for peace during World War I, using his political and economic influence to try to mediate the conflict. Finally, we come to Pope Francis. Although he's known for his simple lifestyle and rejecting personal wealth, the Vatican under his leadership is still one of the richest institutions in the world. The Holy See manages properties, banks, and a huge network of global financial investments. Francis has put in place policies of financial austerity and transparency, but the Church's wealth is still impressive. And as a fun fact, despite his personal poverty, Pope Francis has made big efforts to make Vatican finances more open and reduce waste, putting economic reforms into place within the Vatican.